Have you ever poured your heart and soul into a 30-minute recording only for it to sit there gathering digital dust while you stare at a timeline wondering how to cut it down? I used to spend days chopping up footage, obsessing over every frame, and hoping that whatever I managed to export might actually catch someone's eye on a feed. Everything changed when I started dropping my raw, unedited files directly into Vizard, which immediately transformed my boring, long-form talk into a stack of punchy, ready-to-post clips. In less than a minute, the tool spat out 20, 30, and 60-second segments that captured my energy, my humor, and my best points without me needing to do a single manual trim. It felt like I suddenly hired an entire video production team that already knew exactly what my audience would love to watch. We all know that creating consistent content is the secret to growth, but who actually has the time to edit daily when you are busy just living your life? Vizard works by listening to your actual content, identifying the emotional peaks, the jokes, and the strong opinions that naturally trigger rewatches. Instead of relying on cookie-cutter templates that make every creator look the same, it analyzes the flow of your conversation to select the most impactful moments. It automatically crops these highlights for vertical social feeds and adds captions that are perfectly timed, so your message lands even when viewers have their sound turned off. The real magic, however, happens with the built-in autopilot feature that handles your distribution cadence without you ever needing to set a manual alarm. You can set a schedule to drip feed your clips across platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts automatically throughout the week. No more stress about missing a post at 2 in the morning or trying to figure out which file goes to which account at the last minute. The content calendar inside the app is actually useful, allowing you to drag and drop clips, adjust your captions, or add personal notes before they go live. This centralized hub means you stop duplicating work and finally get a clear, high-level view of exactly what your audience is seeing every single day. There are plenty of tools that claim to do part of this, like simple captioning apps or expensive, complex editing suites, but they rarely bridge the gap between creation and publishing. Most of those other platforms leave you stuck doing the manual labor of finding the clips, or they force your content into stiff templates that kill your unique personality. Vizard provides that crucial middle ground, the intelligence to find your best moments, combined with the automation to make sure they actually get seen by your followers. Think about the sheer volume of untapped gold hidden inside your long-form podcast episodes, lectures, or live streams that are currently sitting idle on a hard drive. By turning an hour-long conversation into a week's worth of snackable clips, you aren't faking your content. You are simply packaging it for the way people consume media today. If you are an educator or a course creator, you can take a dense 40-minute lesson and slice it into focused micro-lessons that draw students right into your main program. Gamers and streamers have it the hardest, because combing through 10 hours of gameplay footage just to find one funny moment is an absolute nightmare. Vizard handles that heavy lifting for you, detecting the highlights so you can keep your channel active and growing while you focus on the fun part, actually playing. What sets this apart is that the AI understands context, suggesting relevant thumbnails and hook text based on what is actually being said in that specific segment. Those first 3 seconds are the battleground for attention, and having a tool that suggests hooks rather than making you guess is a massive advantage. You never have to worry about losing creative control, because every single piece of output is fully editable to match your personal brand and tone. Whether you need a specific crop for a reel or a different tone for your captions, the platform acts as a powerful assistant rather than a robotic replacement. It lets you move faster, publish more thoughtfully, and stop trading your hard-earned personality for generic, low-effort video templates. This shifts your entire output rhythm, letting you maintain daily touchpoints with your audience, which is how channels actually build momentum and loyalty. You start learning what works for your community, testing different hooks, and iterating on your strategy while the AI does the boring stuff behind the scenes. Will it be perfect every single time? Maybe not, but it gets you 90% of the way there, saving you from those late-night editing marathons. Think of the marketers turning webinars into LinkedIn content, or coaches repurposing client calls into testimonials, and you realize the use cases are virtually endless. You can run a massive long-term campaign without scaling your team or hiring an expensive agency, just by setting your cadence and uploading your batch. My own experiment with a 30-minute file turned into a whole month of content, driving new followers and actually boosting the views of the original long-form video. That is the multiplier effect. One recording creates multiple distribution moments, turning your content into a true self-sustaining goldmine. Stop wasting hours on the grunt work and start treating your long videos like the valuable assets they are by giving Vizard a test run. It isn't a black box trick. It is just smart, efficient tooling that lets you publish consistently so you can focus on creating your next big thing. There is no need for a fancy studio or an endless retainer for an editor when you have the power to upload, tweak, and automate your entire social presence. If you want content that basically posts itself and turns your long videos into snackable, shareable clips, check out Vizard and see how easy it can be.